How's it going, STN? I'm Melody Xu from KJLS Middle School, reporting to you from Palo Alto, California. Since the rise of shopping for books online, local bookstores have seen a decrease in customers, but standing strong in the heart of Palo Alto downtown is a bookstore that thrived through the decades.
Hi, I'm Faith Bell. I'm the owner of Bell's Books in downtown Palo Alto, which is a new, used, and rare bookstore that's been going 88 years this year. My father in 1935 was working for a bookseller in Los Angeles. And he thought that it might be a good bet to sell to Stanford students because Stanford didn't have its own textbook store at that time. We've worked with a lot of different organizations. We do literacy organizations. We hold art exhibits and occasionally readings, though not too often. And we like to be able to feature books by local artists and authors. Maybe some of them it's the first book that they've published or they've done it themselves. These days there's a lot of self-publishing, and it's nice to be able to do that. We focus a lot on out-of-print and rare books, so we interact with Stanford quite a bit. If we find something that ties in, like for instance, they were having an anniversary edition for Gloria Steinem, and we found the first edition Ms. Magazine ever came out. And we're able to have Stanford have that for their collections. And because Ms. Steinem was there at the time she signed it, so it's kind of nice to know that the copy that we provided is there with her signature on it. And the community certainly supports us in a million ways. I mean, just coming in and buying books every day is how we keep our doors open. But they've been astonishingly helpful all throughout the pandemic. It was very moving to see what happened when people could get out again. Have it be a community gathering too. They could say, hey, I'll meet you down at Bell's this afternoon, and we go for ice cream afterwards. We feature in the windows any new big collections that we get. So for instance, this week, Professor Nemirovsky from Stanford has issued a new book called The Forest, which is a collection of short stories. And so we did an entire window on trees and forests and featured his book in that one. We get responses from all around the country and sometimes around the world to things that are featured in there. I think a lot of people sort of say, oh gosh, what can we do to make this place keep going? But really, we are a business, as any business, and that if people just think about us, like if they're getting holiday presents or birthday presents, so they just think, oh, let's go see if we can find something a little different. Let's go find something that's not just standard, or let's not go to Amazon just because that's easy. Let's go down the street where you've got a local store that's, working really hard to display all kinds of things to tempt you.
Because of the support of the communities and the compassion shown by Bell's, this bookstore is bound to keep making history.